Have you ever walked outside and found holes in your lettuce, missing strawberries, or plants that looked perfectly fine yesterday? If you're gardening in the Pacific Northwest, there are usually 5 common culprits. Today we'll identify each one, why they're targeting your garden, and the simplest way to stop the damage, and a quick screenshot guide you can save at the end. Let's start with the most common garden pest many Pacific Northwest gardeners deal with. If you're finding holes in leaves, or seedlings that disappear overnight, slugs are often responsible. The Pacific Northwest gives slugs exactly what they love: moist soil, cool temperatures, and plenty of tender new growth. That's why they can become such a challenge in our gardens. Fortunately, slug control doesn't have to be complicated. A simple ring of copper tape works beautifully around pots and raised beds. Watering in the morning helps the soil surface dry before evening. And moving boards, dense debris, or plastic pots clears out their favorite daytime hiding spots. Don't worry about writing all these tools down. I've put a complete list of everything we talked about today in the description. But if your leaves are perfectly safe, and it's your ripening berries disappearing instead, we have to look to the sky. If berries disappear right before harvest, birds may be helping themselves. Birds are attracted to colorful fruit because it's easy to spot. To them, those ripe berries are an easy meal. Since birds target berries before they're ripe, simple netting is your best option. Draping it over garden hoops keeps them from pecking through, and reflective scare tape keeps them from landing. Now, netting works wonders for our feathered friends, but there's another visitor who prefers to stay grounded. If plants look neatly clipped near the ground, rabbits may be responsible. Young vegetables are soft and tender, and gardens often provide excellent cover from predators. A physical barrier is the only 100% reliable way to keep rabbits out, and you have 2 simple choices. If you have a dedicated garden area, a 2-foot chicken wire fence around the entire perimeter is the ultimate set it and forget it solution. But if you have individual raised beds, or metal beds where you can't stake into the frame, an inverted wire trash can placed over the plants makes a perfect, removable cage. It lets the light in, but keeps your greens safe, without any heavy construction. We've covered our most common small garden visitors, but there are 2 larger backyard guests that can clear out a garden in a single night. Let's look at how to handle them, right before we get to our screenshot list. If tomatoes have one bite taken out of them, or containers seem constantly disturbed, squirrels may be responsible. Squirrels often investigate fruits because they're looking for moisture as much as food. Using sturdy wire cages and harvesting the moment tomatoes start to turn color are usually your best options. Offering a small, designated water dish far away from your beds can also keep them from testing your crops. But if your garden isn't just nibbled, if entire plants are completely stripped overnight, you have our largest garden visitor. If entire sections of your garden disappear overnight, deer are often the culprit. Once deer discover a garden they enjoy, they tend to come back. A tall, 8-foot fence remains the most dependable long-term solution. But adding highly aromatic, deer-resistant plants, like lavender and rosemary around your borders, creates a natural shield they prefer to avoid. Here is that quick cheat sheet you can save to your phone for later. And if you'd like a complete list of the tools we talked about today, you'll find those in the description below. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you enjoy simple gardening tips after 50, we'd love to have you subscribe and join us here at Blueberry Hill Creatives. We're here to help make gardening feel easy, more peaceful, and a little less overwhelming. Until next time, start small and keep it simple.